So in today's class, we will discuss some questions related to mole concepts. So questions related to mole concept. Then we will study relation between molecular mass and vapor density. Vapor density of gas. Third, we will discuss about the molecular mass, and then we will discuss about the percentage composition and relation between empirical formula and molecular formula. Okay, so let's start. So question number 1 is, find out the volume and mole in 56 gram nitrogen at STP. Find out the volume and mole in 56 gram nitrogen at STP. Right? So while solving questions related to mole concept, first we will write the relevant things which we know from our theory portion, and then we start with the questions. Okay, so since weight is given, so we know that number of moles in terms of weight is W by molar mass. So since nitrogen exists as N2, okay, so we will calculate the mass of N2, not just N. So mass of N2 is what? 14 plus 14, that is 28 gram. So weight is given 56 gram, and the molar mass of nitrogen is 28 gram. So we will get 2 mole. Right? The next is volume. So we know that in case of in gaseous substance, we know that at STP, for any gas, 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liter in volume, and also 1 mole is equal to gram molecular mass. Gram molecular mass of a species is equal to 1 mole of that species. We know that. So here the gram molecular mass of nitrogen is 28 gram. So from this we can say that 28 gram of N2 will occupy 22.4 liter in volume. So 56 gram will occupy 22.4 by 28 liter gram. 56 gram, 22 cancel out, 2, that is we will get 8, 44. So 44.8 liter at STP. Right? So in this we will solve questions. First of all, we have to see the given thing in your questions, and then we will write the relevant formula and then we will solve it. Okay. So question number 2. Question number 2 is find out the mass of 10 to the power of 21 molecule of copper. Find out the mass of 10 to the power of 21 molecule of copper. Now, since 10 to the power of 21 molecule is given, so we have to write the formula of number of moles in terms of molecule. So we know that number of moles is equal to N by Na, where N is number of particles and Na is Avogadro number. So number of particles is 10 to the power of 21 and Avogadro number is Na. So this is our mole, right? Now we also, since we have to find out the mass, so since N is equal to, in terms of mass, the number of moles is equal to mass weight by molar mass. The molar mass of carbon is given in your question. Okay, so Cu is 63.5 gram. So you have to just write it, W by 63.5. Just equate these two equations. 10 to the power of 21 Na by is equal to W 63.5. So W is equal to 63.5 into 10 to the power of 21 by Na. Okay, so this will be your mass, right? Now, next question is, question number 3. Calculate the number of molecule and number of atoms present in 1 gram of nitrogen. Calculate the number of molecule and number of atoms present in 1 gram of nitrogen. Okay, so if here nitrogen is given, so nitrogen exists as N2. Okay, and also 1 gram is given. So you have to find out the number of moles in terms of mass. So we know that N is equal to W by molar mass. So W is 1 gram, molar mass is 28 gram. So this will be 1 by 28 mole. Now for number of molecules, we know that number of moles is equal to N by Na. So N is equal to number of moles into Na. So number of moles is 1 by 28 into Na. So this is our number of molecules, and this is our number of moles. Now we have to also calculate the number of atoms present in 1 gram. So number of atoms. So in one molecule of nitrogen, there is 2 nitrogen atoms, right? Molecule is a combination of atom. So one molecule of nitrogen, N2, has 2 nitrogen atom in it. So 1 by 28 Na molecule of nitrogen contains 1 by 28 into 2 nitrogen atom, that is 1 by 14. Sorry, Na. 1 by 28 Na into 2, right? One molecule of nitrogen contains 2 nitrogen atoms, so 1 by 28 into Na molecule will contain 1 by 28 into Na into 2 atoms of nitrogen. So it will come 1 by Na by 14 atoms of nitrogen, right? So the next question. So in this way you have to approach the questions related to mole concept. First of all, you should write the formula, the relevant formula from your theory portion, and then you have to calculate or solve the question. Question number 4. Question number 4. Calculate the number of moles in 11.2 liter of STP of oxygen. Calculate the number of moles in 11.2 liter of STP of oxygen. Okay, so calculate the number of moles in 11.2 liter of STP of oxygen. Now oxygen exists as O2. So in while we calculate the molar mass, we will not calculate the molar mass of oxygen atom only. We will calculate the molecular mass of oxygen, that is the mass of O2, right? Now we in our question volume is given, so we know that number of moles in terms of volume is volume in liter by 22.4 liter. So volume is given 11.2 liter by 22.4 liter, that is 2. Next question is question number 5. Question number 5 is calculate the number of atoms. Calculate the number of atoms of chlorine in 2.08 gram of BaCl2 barium chloride. Okay, calculate the number of atoms of chlorine in 2.08 gram of barium chloride. Atomic weight of barium is given 137 and chlorine 35.5. So molar mass is 208. So weight is given in your question 2.08 by 208 gram. So our answer will be 0.01. Okay, now this is the number of mole. We have to calculate the number of atoms. So for atoms, first of all, number of moles in terms of number of molecule is N by Na. So N is equal to number of moles into Na. Number of moles is 0.01 into Na. So number of molecules is itna. Now in one molecule of BaCl2 there is 2 atom of chlorine, right? So for 0.01 into Na molecule of BaCl2 there will be 2 into 0.01 into Na atom of chlorine, right? So our answer will be 0.02 Na. Okay, so Next question. So next question is question number 6. Question number 6. Calculate the number of atoms. Calculate the number of atoms present in 1 drop of water having mass 1.8 gram. Okay, so calculate the number of atoms present in 1 drop of water having mass 1.8 gram. So number of moles in terms of mass is W by molar mass. So W is 1.8 gram and molar mass of water is 2 into 1 plus molar mass of oxygen is 16. So 1.8 by 18. So 0.1 mole. Right. So number of moles in terms of, since we have to calculate the number of atoms, so for the number of atoms we should first calculate the number of molecules of water. So for the number of molecules we should write the number of moles in terms of number of molecules, right? So N by Na. So N is equal to N into Na. N is number of moles, so 0.1 into Na. Now 1 molecule of H2O has 3 atoms. 1 molecule of H2O has 3 atoms, 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So 0.1 into Na, molecule of H2O has 3 into 0.1 into Na atoms. So 0.3 Na atoms. So it is our answer. Now, our next topic is relation between molecular weight and vapor density. Relation between molecular weight and vapor density. Okay. Relation between molecular weight and vapor density. So vapor density of a gas is the ratio of densities of gas and hydrogen at the same temperature and pressure. That is, vapor density is equal to density of gas by density of hydrogen. Okay, now density is equal to mass by volume, right? So in calculating the vapor density, so first of all you have to calculate the density. So here volume should be in ml, right? Volume should be in ml. So it is found that molecular mass or molecular weight of a gas is equal to 2 into vapor density. Okay, 2 into vapor density. So you don't need to derive it, you just need to know this relation. Molecular mass of a gas is equal to 2 into vapor density. So questions related to this relation. Question number 1. At NTP, the density of gas is 0.00445 gram per mole. Okay, then find out its vapor density and molecular mass. Okay, at NTP the density of a gas is itna gram per mole. Then find out the vapor density and molecular mass. So we know that vapor density is equal to density of gas by density of hydrogen, right? So density of gas is given, we have to calculate the density of hydrogen. So density of hydrogen is mass of hydrogen by volume of hydrogen. So mass of hydrogen is 2. For one atom of hydrogen the mass is 1. So for 2 the mass will be 2 and the volume is 22.4 liter. But you have to write here in ml. So we will write here 22400 ml. Right, at STP the volume will be 22400 ml. So our density of hydrogen will be 0.00089 liter. Sorry, ml, in ml. So you can remember this for easy calculation. The density of hydrogen in ml is 0.4089 ml. So vapor density is equal to density of gas. So density of gas is 0.00445 by 0.4089. Gas is 0.00445 by 0.4089. Okay, so it is density, not ml. It is gram per ml. Okay, so not more, it is gram per ml. Density is given, right? So the answer will be question number 2. Question number 2. Weight of 1 liter gas is weight of 1 liter gas is 2 gram. Find out its vapor density and molecular mass. Okay, so weight of 1 liter gas is 2 gram. So density is equal to mass by volume. Mass is 2 gram, volume is 1 liter, but you have to write it in ml, right? So 1000 ml. So 1 by 500 ml. So 0.002 gram per ml is your answer for density. Now you have to calculate the vapor density. So vapor density is equal to density of gas by density of hydrogen, right? So density of gas is 0.002 gram per ml, and we know that from our previous question that the density of hydrogen is 0.408 gram 89 gram per mole. So when you calculate it, you will find your answer is like 22.4. Okay, so molecular mass is equal to 2 into vapor density. Vapor density is 22.4, so 2 into 22.4. The answer is 44.8. Okay, the answer is 44.8. Next question. Question number 3. Question number 3. The vapor densities of two gases are the vapor density of two gases are in the ratio of 1:3. Their molecular mass are in the ratio, then their molecular mass are in the ratio. Since we know that molecular mass of gas is equal to 2 into vapor density. So molecular mass is directly proportional to vapor density, right? So whatever be the ratio of vapor density, it will be the ratio of molecular mass. So the ratio of molecular mass, so if the vapor density of the two gases are in the ratio 1:3, then their molecular mass ratio will also be 1:3. Okay, so this is our answer. Now we have to, our next topic is percentage composition and empirical formula. Relation between empirical formula and molecular mass. So first is percentage composition. First is percentage composition. Okay, first is percentage composition. So in a molecule or a compound, mass percent of an element is equal to number of atoms into atomic mass by molecular mass into 100. Okay, so this is our main formula for the calculation of percentage composition. Mass percent of an element is equal to number of atom of that element into atomic mass by molecular mass into 100. So for example, like find out percentage composition of each element present in glucose. Okay, find out percentage composition of each element present in glucose. So for finding the percentage composition, first of all, we should know the formula of glucose. So glucose is C6H12O6. C6H12O6. So there is 3 different atoms in the formula of glucose. So percentage composition of carbon is equal to number of atoms of carbon. So there is 6 atom of carbon in the formula of glucose. So 6. Then atomic mass. The atomic mass of carbon is 12. So 12 by molecular mass. So molecular mass of whole glucose is 6 into 12 plus 12 hydrogen. So 12 into 1. Mass of hydrogen is 1. So 12 into 1. For oxygen, since there is 6 oxygen and mass of each oxygen is 60. So our total after calculation, the answer is 180 gram per mole. Okay, so molecular mass is 180 into 100. So 2 9 ja 18, 2 5 ja 10, 3 3 ja 9, 3 4 ja 12. 40%. 40% will be our answer. Now, percentage of hydrogen. So, a number of hydrogen present in glucose is 12, and the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 by molecular mass is 180. Molecular mass will be constant for each of the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen into 100. So 2 10. So after calculation, the answer is 6.66%. Percentage of oxygen is number of oxygen atom present in glucose is 6. Atomic mass of oxygen is 16. Molecular mass is 180 into 100. So the answer is 53.33%. So this type of questions will come from percentage composition. Okay. Now we'll discuss empirical formula and molecular formula and the relation between them. Relation and also there is determination of empirical formula method, and many questions will come from this portion, like in the calculation in the questions like determination of empirical formula. So there is a method of solving those questions. So we'll discuss it one by one. So empirical formula. So what is empirical formula? Empirical formula. Okay. So empirical formula of a compound expresses the simplest whole number ratio. Simplest whole number ratio. Simplest whole number ratio of atoms of various elements present in one molecule of the compound. Okay, the empirical formula of a compound expresses the simplest whole number ratio of atoms of various elements present in one molecule of a compound. For example, if we take molecular formula like H2O2, C2H6, CH4, B2H6, okay, then their empirical formula will be what? Simplest whole number ratio. So in simplest whole number ratio, the total elements should be there, and also it should be simplest whole number. So empirical formula is equal to simplest whole number. So if molecular formula is H2O2, then its empirical formula will be what? HO, right? And for C2H6, it will be CH3, okay? And for CH4, it will be CH4, and for B2H6, it will be BH3. So in empirical formula, the elements should be there, and also it should be the simplest whole number ratio. So like in B2H6, how can we find out our simplest whole number? We simply divide our lowest number to that number. For example, in 2 and 6, the lowest is 2. So we divide 2 by 2 and then 6 by 2. So 2 by 2 is 1 and 6 by 2 is 3. So 1 is 3. So our empirical formula will be BH3, right, in that way. Now, what is molecular formula? We all know about molecular formula. Molecular formula, right? So molecular formula, the molecular formula of a compound represents the actual number of atoms present in one molecule of the compound. That is, it shows the real formula of its one molecule. It shows the real formula of its molecule, right? So like molecular formula is H2O2, then its empirical formula is HO, in this way. Now what is the relation between empirical formula and molecular formula? So relation between empirical and molecular formula. So molecular formula is equal to N into empirical formula, okay, where N is the 1, 2, 3, etc. So N is what? N is equal to molecular formula by empirical formula, okay. N is the molecular formula and empirical formula. Molecular formula. Now there is a method of determination. There is a method of determination of empirical formula for finding empirical formula, which we will use to solve questions related to empirical formula. Okay, so we will discuss it. So determination of empirical formula. So the first step is find percentage by weight of each element present in one molecule of the compound. Find percentage by weight of each element. Step 2 is Step 2 is the percentage by weight of each element is divided by its atomic weight. It gives the atomic ratio of element present in the compound. So, atomic ratio is equal to percentage by weight by atomic weight. Okay. Then step 3 is atomic ratio of each element is divided by the minimum value of atomic ratio as to give the smallest simplest ratio of atom. So step 3 is simplest ratio of atoms. So there is 3 steps in determination of empirical formula. First we have to find out the percentage by weight of each element present in the compound, then atomic ratio, then simplest ratio of atom. Okay, so we will solve a question related to this. So question number 1. In a compound X, in a compound X is 75.8% and Y is 24.2% by weight. If atomic weight of X and Y are 24 and 16, calculate empirical formula of the compound. Okay, if a compound X is 75.8% and Y is 24.2% by weight, if atomic weight of X and Y are 24 and 16, calculate empirical formula of the compound. So here the first step is percentage by weight, which is given in our question. Percentage weight is for X and for Y is 75.8% and for Y is 24.2%. Right? The atomic weight is given. Atomic weight is given. For X it is 24 and for Y it is 16. Now atomic ratio is percent weight by atomic weight, right? So 75.8 by 24 and for Y it is 24.2 by 16. Okay, so it will come 3.1 and this 1. Okay, after calculation 3.1 and 1 come. So simplest ratio, the next step is simplest ratio. So for the simplest ratio, we will divide 3.1 and 1.5. This is 1.5. So for the simple ratio, we will divide both the numbers with 1.5. So 1.5 and 1.5 by 1.5. So here we get 1 and here we get 2. So our ratio is 2:1. So the empirical formula of XY is X to Y. So formula is, empirical formula is X to Y. Okay. So in this way, the questions from empirical formula can be solved. Now question number, next question is, Next question is question number 2 is a hydrocarbon contain 80% carbon. The vapor density of compound is 30. Calculate molecular mass and empirical formula. Okay, so a hydrocarbon contain 80% carbon. The vapor density of compound is 30. The vapor density is 30. Calculate molecular mass and empirical formula. So we know that molecular mass of any gas is equal to 2 into vapor density. Here vapor density is 30. So molecular mass will be 60. Okay, molecular mass will be 60 gram. Now, for the empirical formula, we know the 3-step rule. The first step is percentage by weight. So, it is given that a hydrocarbon contain 80% carbon. So, a hydrocarbon contain hydrogen plus carbon. Right? A hydrocarbon contains hydrogen plus carbon. So, carbon, if the percentage of carbon is 80%, then percentage of hydrogen will be what? 100 minus 80%. That is 20%. Okay, so the first step about knowing the percentage weight composition is cleared here, like the carbon percent weight and hydrogen. Carbon is 80% and hydrogen is 20%. Now, atomic weight of carbon is 12 and for hydrogen it is 1. Now, the third step is atomic ratio. So for atomic ratio, we have to divide the percentage weight by atomic weight. So 80 by 12 and 20. 80 by 12 and for hydrogen 20 by 1. So 20 by 3 and it is for hydrogen it is 20. The simplest atomic ratio. Simplest for simplest atomic ratio, you have to multiply this number with 20. Okay. Sorry, not multiply. We have to divide this number by 20. So 20 by 20. So we will get So to get the simplest number, simplest ratio, we will simply multiply it with 3. 20 by 3 into 3 and 20 into 3. So 3 cancel out, 20 and 60. So carbon and hydrogen ratio is 20 into 60, that is 1:3. So our formula will be CH3. So this is the empirical formula for this hydrocarbon. So in this way, the second topic of mole concept is cleared. Now, in the next class, we will discuss about our third topic, that is application of mole concept in chemical reaction and also the equivalent concept. So till then, goodbye and keep learning.